All right, the moment we've been waiting for. Big warm welcome to Psychasm or Psychasm. I think it's Psychasm though. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too. After spending a lot of time on this track, I'm finally happy with the outcome. Planning to share once I have my giveaway page set up. It would be great if this track could be included in the feedback. As always, I'm grateful for the team at Function Loops for the excellent content. I appreciate it. Appreciate the warm words. Of course, would love to review your track and give any feedback that I can on it. Yeah, I just love when people in the community reach out, have a track that they've been working on and just want to hear a different take on it or what you're doing well. So let's get into it. Love the key and BPM as well that you added in the title. Let's get into it. I think by your name, I'm gonna guess it's a psytrance styled track, but I might be wrong. Oh, this is already good. I can tell just by the mix. Nice bridge. Nice. I like the riser that you used for that ending, and then the way it all tied up really nicely. Wow. Really, really dope. I was not expecting the length that you came out as kind of the first track you'd submit, but I love it. I think it's a testament to have it be this long, but still be engaging, right? It's tough. Anything over 6 minutes kind of sometimes you need a lot of you either need to be in the right environment for it, or there needs to be a lot going on in the track for you to keep that attention lasting, especially when you're listening to it focused, right? um, but executed really, really nicely. It has high energy, but it still has this laid back um, feeling to the track. The sounds themselves have that punchy, higher energy, but the way that it's all presented isn't very in your face. It's more in the background, right, rather than in the foreground. Um, there's a lot of things that I actually like about this track, but my favorite is just the way that you use the ear candy. Whether it's um, there was this percussive sound that I kept hearing. I think it was panned to the right ear. It was almost like a spoon clanking, like a metal spoon or something just hitting the side of a wall or something. I don't know, but it was just the creativeness of your sound selection and how you chose the sounds you did to make up this track is really impressive. 8 bars, there was something new every 8 bars, right? Whether it was you removing a sound, you adding a sound or a texture or shifting the rhythm a little bit. The track was just always constantly moving, right? It always had a pulse. It wasn't ever losing any momentum, right? That's the tricky thing with these tracks. When you have this length, is keeping that interest, right? And so being able to execute that really well is really impressive. Now, I do just want to talk about the bridge briefly here as a highlight for me. You had this call-in effect, or call-in response, I guess you could call it, in the bridge. I want to see if I can't find it right now. I forgot to timestamp it, but is it this part? I think it might have been this part. Yeah, it was this part. Yeah, yeah. The way you had the highs kind of ask a question. It was like a question response. You had the highs in that section, da 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 da, and then the bass, bum 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 bum. I don't know. It's just the way that it worked. Now I don't know if that was intentional or it was just a happy accident where you kind of landed on that. But I love that call and response uh, motif. I think it was done really well. Like I said, two different sounds, but in a way they were still connected. When I heard it, I was like, oh, that's interesting how they both kind of one leaned off the other, right? Um, what else did I have here? After the bridge, you go back to the first verse. You kind of reintroduce familiar elements. Same kind of style, same kind of flavor, in it all. But it's nice. It rounds off the track really nicely. Sometimes it's tough to end the track on a completely new um, theme, right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's the beauty about music. But the way that you were able to kind of loop back to the beginning in some ways and just pull everything together and align it for that ending was really nice. And then uh, the tie off at the ending was fantastic too. You had that riser that slowly is rising higher and higher and higher, and then it just fades out and really, really, uh, really inoffensive way to end the track. I think there's definitely worse ways of ending a track. You just cut it, but the riser, the whole riser with the crash and the fade out, classic traditional. If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? So, yeah, awesome submission, Psy. I'll call you Psy. I'll call you Psychasm. Why not? Call you Psychasm. I hope to hear more. I'm really really happy with the outcome of. Well, I'm actually quoting what you're saying here. I didn't mean to, but I know you said you're happy with the outcome. I'm happy with the outcome too. It sounds really great. I'm curious how what this has to do with your giveaway page. But yeah, really really awesome. awesome work on this, and hope to hear more from you soon. I know the community probably wants to hear more from you soon. Every time we have a new submission from the community, uh, it's all about keeping it consistent, right? Not burning yourself out, but also making sure you're hitting that consistency. So great work. Really, really appreciate the submission, and like I said, hope to hear more from you again. Thank you, Sarcasm.